In a bustling city surrounded by miles of desert, there was a small walled garden that everyone relied on. It was a modest space filled with enough fruit and vegetables to feed the entire community. Every day, people would line up to take their portion, carefully measured so there's enough for everyone. A garden caretaker named Amara was known for being a stickler on the rules. Hey, what you doing? That's too much. You do this every time. That's too much. Take only what you need. Keep it moving. There's people behind you. Keep it moving. And being that they didn't want to deal with Miss Amara, the townspeople grew accustomed to rationing, always worried that there might not be enough tomorrow. One day, a traveler passing through the city stopped at the garden. He watched as the townspeople took their portion. They had nervous glances as if they were worried that someone else might take too much. The traveler comes up to Miss Amara and asks, "Hey, out of pure curiosity, why didn't they expand this garden?" Amara said, "Here comes a wise guy. You think it's just that easy? This soil is poor. The water is scarce. We have to make our do and keep it pushing, baby. Keep it pushing." The traveler hit Miss Amara with a smile and nod, but didn't believe her for 1 second. That night, under the light of the stars, he dug just beyond the garden's edge and planted a few seeds that he had brought with him. He carried water from the nearby well and tended the patch for several days. Slowly, shoots began to sprout. The plant grew strong, healthy, and more vibrant than anything else inside the walled garden. The townspeople were astonished. How is this possible? The traveler explained, "The soil here is rich, but y'all been living within these walls for so long, you assumed there was nothing beyond them. Have you ever felt like no matter how much you achieve, it's never enough? Perhaps despite all the progress you've made, it seems like there's always someone ahead of you. Someone who has more, someone who's further along, or someone who has exactly what you desire. Maybe it seems like success, happiness, or even love is a pie with only so many slices. And if someone else takes the bigger slice, well, that logically means there's less for you." This is the trap of the scarcity mindset. Life isn't a pie. And today, we're going to take a moment to break down what an abundance mindset really is, how it can help you achieve your goals, and most importantly, how to cultivate it in practical ways that you can apply now. An abundance mindset isn't just about thinking positively. It's a deeply rooted belief. The belief that the world is full of resources and enough success for everyone, including you. Now, let me clarify something. Adopting an abundance mindset doesn't mean pretending challenges don't exist or ignoring reality. Well, I'm going to think abundantly and life's not going to have any setbacks or obstacles. Wrong. What an abundance mindset does mean is that instead of focusing on what you lack, your focus is on the possibility. Instead of dwelling on what you don't have, you shift your attitude to what you can create, what you can build, and bring into your life. It's about expanding your view of the world and realizing that opportunity is truly everywhere. It's just a matter of awareness. When you can embrace an abundance mindset, you stop comparing yourself with others in life. You stop thinking, why don't I have what they have? And start thinking, what can I create with what I have right now? You stop hoarding your time, your energy, or your ideas out of fear, and instead, you start sharing them freely, knowing that when you give, you actually open the door to more opportunities, not fewer. Another thought is that abundance isn't about how much money you have in the bank. Now, is money a part of abundance? Sure. But it's a small fraction of the overall picture. It's also not about accolades or recognition. It's about seeing the world through a place of possibility, one that allows you to approach life with confidence, creativity, and joy, rather than fear and limitation. Here's the secret about abundance? It begins with gratitude. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good practice. It's a mindset shifter and is actually backed by science. Studies show that people who regularly practice gratitude, they are more optimistic, resilient, and even healthier. Gratitude changes the brain. It literally rewires your neural pathways to help you focus on the positive aspects of your life. So why does gratitude lead to abundance? Simply put, it forces you to look at what you have instead of what you don't. Gratitude is a perspective shifter, and it primes your brain to notice abundance around you. So how do we begin this gratitude practice? It's very simple. Appreciate small wins. Did you wake up today with strength to keep moving forward? That's something to be grateful for. Did someone smile at you or offer you assistance? That's something to be grateful for. Gratitude doesn't always come from big life-changing events. It's the small, everyday moments of goodness that, when noticed, grow into a deeper sense of abundance. Consistency is important in your gratitude practice. Every day, write down 3 things you're thankful for. Lessons learned from a challenging situation, progress made towards a goal, or just the fact that you took a step forward in an area. The simple act of writing down what's going well helps reprogram your brain to focus on abundance instead of scarcity. Gratitude acts like a magnifying glass. It doesn't create abundance, it creates awareness. The lens of gratitude allows you to see clearly. And when you see abundance, you'll live abundance. Now, here's the thing about an abundance mindset. It's useless unless you pair it with action. You can't just think your way to success. You have to act your way there too. It's a partnership. But the good news is, when you operate from a place of abundance, the actions you take are bolder, more focused, and more effective. Here's how you can start putting abundance into action. First up, visualize your goals as if they've already happened. Imagine yourself living the life you want. What are you doing? How does it feel? Visualizing isn't just daydreaming, it's training your brain to recognize and pursue opportunities that align with your vision. When you see it clearly, you begin to create it. Next, be resourceful. Maybe you don't think you have all the resources you need, but remember, abundance isn't about waiting for perfect conditions. It's about making the most of what you have. Ask yourself, what can I do today with what is available to me? Small, consistent actions lead to big success over time. Another one, embrace collaboration. Lean on others for support. Share your strengths and tap into the collective power of community. Collaboration opens doors that you never thought existed, and working together allows you to reach new heights that you couldn't achieve alone. Abundance is about taking confident steps forward, trusting the resources, the opportunities, and people that you will need as you continue progressing. If abundance feels out of reach right now, don't worry, because mindsets can be changed. If I want this room to be cooler, I will change the temperature. I will set it to a certain temperature, and the unit will bring forth the temperature that I set it towards. But I'm not helpless. All I have to do is make a decision to change the temp. And the same is for you. Shifting from scarcity to abundance, it is a process, but it's absolutely possible. So let's briefly discuss some ways to make that shift. First, reframe limiting beliefs. When you catch yourself thinking, I'm not good enough, I don't have enough, stop and ask yourself, is that really true? Challenge those thoughts and replace them with a more empowering thought. Statements like, I have everything I need to move forward. Next, focus on curiosity over judgment. Instead of criticizing yourself or others, get curious. Ask questions like, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this experience? Curiosity opens the door to possibilities, while judgment slams it shut. It's about embracing growth, even when things don't go according to plan. Next, seek inspiration in others' success. Instead of feeling envious when someone else reaches a goal, use it as proof that if they can do it, I can do it. Their success, it isn't a threat to yours. It is the confirmation that it's possible. It's the very evidence that what they've done is also available to you. So when we're talking about living an abundant life, what does it actually look like? Because we've already established that it doesn't mean that you'll never face challenges or moments of doubt. I submit to you that the abundant life can mean that you approach your life with trust, faith, openness, and the belief that every moment is an opportunity to create something meaningful. So here's my challenge for you. Identify one area in your life where you have been operating in a scarcity mindset. What's one step that you can take today to shift into that abundance? Take bold action towards a goal that seems out of reach because you've been allowing insecurity and lies to cripple you. And at the end of the day, reflect on what you've gained, not just externally, but internally as well. The abundance you're seeking is already within you. Trust it, nourish it, and let it guide you towards a life of endless possibility. The soil is rich outside the garden walls. Always remember that growth is a journey. It's not a destination. I'm in it with you, and I'll see you on the next one.